It's really crazy. I'm not lying when I say I was very uncertain if this day would ever come. Everything was so insane last year. We've been working for so long, and I'm just really excited that audiences are going to be able to see it. I think that these movies are crazy and very bloody and insane and stay true to kind of the great slasher movies that we all know and love, and also kind of update it a little bit. So, yeah. My producer, Peter Chernin, had this insane idea that we would release a trilogy in 1 year. And we were like, this is amazing, such a great opportunity, no idea how to do this. And what we ended up coming up with was this kind of cool hybrid between movies and TV that I think was perfectly crafted to exist on Netflix. So I don't know, I'm very excited again. For me, it was kind of the thing that made the movies unique and important, and a reason why we should continue kind of revisiting the slasher genre, because I felt like the world that existed obviously in the 90s and the 70s, there was obviously queer people that lived, there were black people that lived, and they were never represented in these movies. They were dead so quickly. And so to be able to tell this story and say that their love is universal, we all understand that, we all recognize that, but it is also specifically queer, I think was important, and to be true to that experience. So I don't know, I think that we did a good job, but I'm excited for audiences to see it.
It's got everything that a horror fan would love. It's bloody, it's dramatic, it's got a lot of jump scares. So if you're into horror, you're definitely going to be into these. It's a lot gorier than I think some people were expecting. But yeah, and definitely kind of like is reminiscent of some of the classic horror movies such as Friday the 13th, Scream. I know Lee, our director, drew a lot of inspiration from this. I mean, Lee's like the coolest person I know, and I had always wanted to work with her before signing on to these films. So yeah, it was a real honor to work with her. I'm excited to see her tonight. It's been a really long time. But yeah, she just created a really great energy on set. I mean, it's incredible, and it just translates so beautiful on screen, and I'm just so honored to be a part of this story because it's something that was definitely needed.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Like, we shot them 2 years ago, but it kind of in a way feels like 100 years ago, especially because last year just felt extra long. So I'm so excited it's coming up so soon, and I'm just like ecstatic about it all. I think fans of horror will love Fear Street because they're horror films, but they're also, there's moments of comedy. They're full of heart. They're also extremely well written, and all three films, based in different eras, they're very cohesive, and the storylines intertwine, and they're suspenseful and mysterious. Like, it has a little bit of everything in the horror genre. I am so grateful to tell this story, honestly. I totally agree with you. I mean, the queer community is super underrepresented on screen, let alone in the horror genre. Not to mention also the fact that, this trilogy is also centered around protagonists who are of color. Just groups of marginalized people who are finally getting to see themselves on screen. And I think that's so important and so refreshing and about time.
I'm really excited. We've been working on these movies for a while now, since 2019, I believe. So for people just to be able to see them and see what the work we put in and how good something we made to come out, I'm really excited for the people to see it and see the reactions for sure. I think they're going to love the kills for sure, and I think they're going to love the slasher. We haven't seen a slasher in a slasher movie in a while, so I think they're going to love all the different slashers we have in the creative ways of killing people throughout the movie, and just the storyline overall for sure. Lee was fantastic. She was the greatest director I've ever worked with. She was amazing. Her process, her ability to not stop and to keep going when she felt that she had the right take is something I really admire. And she was amazing. She made it comfortable for us. She made it comfortable for us to improvise on set. It was a great time. It means a lot to be a part of a film that, especially a film with a genre that usually erases or gets rid of these sort of characters in the early stages of the movie. It's important to be a part of this, and it speaks to a lot of people. So.
I think fans of horror are always ready for change, and these movies definitely provide that, and I think fans of horror like really on top of it and ready for new and modern things. And these movies also, like, I'm a huge fan of horror myself, and they pay such wonderful homage and have so much nostalgia in them, and in such like a warm and cozy way, and then also like subverts so much about the genre. It's so cool. It's so cool, and it felt so special while we were making it, and we filmed them all at once, and so we always knew that they would come out pretty close in succession, but it's incredible because I think horror is such a cool genre, and that we're getting to be the first group of people to kind of like reinvent what that means is like really exciting, and it's something I'll cherish forever. She's the best. I like love working with her. I think was the first director I worked with, but like one of my favorite directors I've ever worked with ever. And she's so direct and has such a strong vision, but she's also so communicative and like down to have you change her mind on something, and it's the best like collaboration in the world.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it's epic. It's 3 films with a lot of interconnected stories. It's all building towards a really incredible ending in the 3rd film, but it's got the 90s, it's got the 70s, it's got the 1600s, and Lee, the director, did such an incredible job, and the cast is amazing. I think people are going to love to be able to see the 2nd and the 3rd films so quickly after watching the first one, and hopefully they'll just feel like they're on the ride. Oh yes, I read a lot of these books as a kid, so I was very excited when I heard that they were making movies of Fear Street. Lee is incredible. She had such a clear idea of what she wanted to do, but she was also so collaborative and open to everybody's thoughts and made everybody feel just so at ease on set. And I can't overstate what an undertaking it is as a director to direct 3 films in a row without a break. I mean, I'm so impressed by her.